right, are you ready for that Instagrammable spice pantry? Well, today's the day. All right, I've been talking to you about spices for quite a while now. In fact, in this video, I taught you how to organize your spice cabinet and what kind of organizing solutions to choose. And in this video, I taught you about how you can choose that right vessel to decant your spices, because those are both very big, important decisions. And today, we're now at the point where we're actually going to do the decanting. We've chosen our vessels. We have these little guys here. I'm so excited. These are great little glass jars. I love how clear and hard that glass is. I love the lid. It's a bamboo lid that snaps on. Love it. And I love how the jars have this nice wide mouth where you can actually put in a measuring spoon and measure out your spices. So everything here is working for me. We're set up for success. I've got these washed, I've got them dried. I've got my larger spice jars behind me on the windowsill. We're gonna start decanting these spices. And it's very scary that I'm finally gonna do it. Decanting spices is a much bigger commitment than decanting a box of cereal or a box of pasta or a bag of rice. You have these little expensive jars in the store. You're taking off the little thing that you can sprinkle the spices out or grind the spices off and putting them into your own jars. Now, that is a commitment and it's a leap of faith. I'm going to do it because I know the result is going to be fabulous, and I think that the user-friendly experience is going to be fabulous too. I'm going to be able to see where the spices are, I'm going to be able to get in there and use my spices, and I'm going to open up the cabinet and love what I see. It's like jumping off a cliff. Like, are you going to do it or are you not? Are you ready for it or are you not? I think after 2 videos and now we're in our 3rd one, I'm finally ready to make that jump. So we're gonna make a leap. We're gonna make a leap of faith that their spices are gonna work in here. It's gonna be great, and my cabinet is gonna be fabulous. So we are gonna start decanting our spices. Feel free to sit back and watch as the magic unfolds. All right, this is the before of the decanting process, but it's actually the after of the organizing process. As you can see, we have all of our savory spices here, the ones that I use most often right in front, the big ones that I use a lot of on top, and then when we go up to the next level, next shelf up, we have the sweet baking spices there and the rubs up above that, which I don't use as often, and then at the very top shelf we have the larger spice jars that I use to fill up these lower spice jars below. So as you can see, we've got all the organizing principles going for us in this cabinet. We are maximizing vertical storage space by using this double-tiered turntable. I'm using a frequency of use, whatever I need most often. I have right front in here that I can reach. And also I've zoned my spices so I know what type of spices where, so it's easy to reach for it in the cabinet. But what we're missing is that beauty. And by decanting all of these spices into a consistent jar, it's gonna look great. Because look at these jars. Some are circles, some are squares. They have different color labels, different color lids, different packaging all together. So we're gonna be putting them all into the same kind of jar and using the same kind of label. It's gonna just look beautiful. So let's get started. All right, to give us a little bit of inspiration and some more motivation, this is what the shelf is going to look like. I've put the glass jars on our 2-tier turntable. This is going to be my savory shelf, and then up above is my sweet baking shelf. So all consistent packaging, beautiful jars. There's going to be some nice labels we're going to put on. So let's get started with the decanting. Okay, I'm loving how this turntable is looking. Look how gorgeous these spices are, all different colors, but all in the same kind of jar. So pretty. And now we are at the labeling stage. There are several different ways to do this, and one way that is a bespoke manner is one to buy these labels online. There's a company called Paper and Pear where I bought mine. I love them. They're clean, simple, beautiful little squares. You can order them in different sizes and shapes depending on what kind of jar you're putting it on. I chose the square shape so it would be consistent across both the larger jars and the smaller jars. So I am going to start labeling. Let's hope it all works out. So the way I'm labeling these jars is I'm using a little ruler because I wanted to have all the labels in the same spot so it doesn't look like, a mess, right? It's all consistent. So I'm using a ruler, I'm measuring it up to the top of the lid. I'm using the millimeter side. So I'm showing that there is 10 millimeters from the top of the lid to the bottom of the jar. And right in the middle, I'm using this like a 2.7 milliliter to 7 point something to be able to position the label on the jar. The nice thing is these jars are circular, so it doesn't really matter where you put it. It's more just the height of how it goes on and also making sure it's straight. So also by using the ruler and keeping myself from doing it sideways, going it straight, and hopefully doing a good job. But you know what? It's just a spice jar and it's just a label. So we'll just do the best we can. I can't believe they have Cajun seasoning, one of our favorite seasonings of all time, and it's actually on this set of spice labels. That is amazing. Check it out. Looking good. I'm gonna do the bottom shelf. All right, what do you think? Really looks great. I need to get one label for this is kosher salt, and still got some room down here for maybe some garlic powder. No, some lemon pepper. So it's all going great. All right, are you ready to see the finished result? Here it is. These are my savory spices on this lower shelf. One shelf up, I have my baking spices, my rubs, and the very top shelf are the large spice jars, which they will stay up there to be decanted into these smaller spice jars when they need to be refilled. So I am maximizing my vertical storage space by using 2-tier turntables. I am zoning my spices so I know which kind of spices where. And then finally, I'm also exercising that frequency of use principle by putting those that I use most often right up front. And with this turntable, everything is accessible. I love it. So all I want to do is just watch this spin around. I've had so much fun filming this spice cabinet makeover series with you. From choosing the right organizing solution for your spice cabinet, to choosing the right vessels in which to decant your spices, to actually decanting your spices. It has been such a journey, and thank you for being with me every step of the way. I hope this has given you some encouragement and perhaps a little inspiration about what you can do in your own spice cabinets. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'd love to see your finished results. If you like this video, I would also love it if you'd give this a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, and while you're there, click on that bell icon so you can be notified when I'm releasing my next organizing video. In the meantime, this is Cary Prince wishing you, from my home to yours, a very happy, organized day.